What's up? Welcome to Crowncast. We have a special episode. If you if you're joining us for the first time, we talk about gear. We talk about AVL stuff. We're integrators. Me and Ben. My name is Garrett, and today we have a really cool special guests. We have Brian and Mia from Absen.
Yeah.
Hello.
Welcome to.
Happy to be here.
Welcome to Crowncast.
Yeah.
Where'd y'all come from? So you drive down from Orlando?
So I'm reasonably local. I'm about halfway between Orlando and Tampa.
Okay.
Where is it?
Auburndale.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Mia, how are
And
you?
I come very far away. I come from China.
There you go.
Yes. And, I will stay here like 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
I was going to
Yes.
ask how long you stay. Do you is it multiple times a year that you come here? Mm-hmm. How many times a year do you come to these states?
No. Actually, this is my first time.
Oh, really?
Yes, in the
Okay.
United States.
Wow.
Is your first time in America?
Yes.
Wow.
My first time.
Well, what are your first impressions?
Yeah, I was
what are your
gonna
first
say.
impressions of America?
Did you see something?
Very good, actually.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Have you eaten? Of course you've eaten. Like, what do you think about the food? Is it
The
good,
first week
bad,
I
or-
came here, oh my God, I lost like 4 pounds.
Really?
You lost it?
Yes, and from the second week, I tried to get used to it, and then I gained all my weight back.
And are you eating American food while you're here? Or?
I tried different foods,
Yeah,
like
you're trying it all?
American
That's good.
food and Mexican food,
Yeah.
and also Indian food. I love all of them.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, because America does have a bit of a, stigma about our food. And you would typically gain weight here. So it's kind of a funny thing to think about.
It was interesting yesterday. The conversation was, so why is it so cheap to buy all of this, essentially pre-processed food, but
Right.
so expensive to buy fruits and vegetables?
Yes. It's
So-
opposite. It's wrong, right? It should be the other way around.
You would
Yeah.
think.
Who knows? Ask Dr. Fauci. I don't know. Yeah, so that's cool. So first time in America.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in China do you live?
I live in my hometown is Wuhan. Do you know this city?
Oh, I've heard of it.
Oh yeah.
I've heard of it.
We've heard of it here.
Something about COVID-19 here.
Yeah.
But, okay. So
Otherwise, I wouldn't know.
work in Shenzhen. It's a different city.
Okay. Were you in Wuhan when everything broke out?
I just,
Yeah.
stay at home like for at least 2 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
That was impressive. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's wild. Oh, my goodness.
Well, and the thing that kind of stands out to me was how every time I talk about COVID, I talk about COVID. And every time Mia mentions it, it's COVID-19. It really was 2019 when it was affecting her.
Yes.
Okay. Is that why it's called COVID-19? Is that what the 19 stands for? The
Yeah.
year?
Yeah.
Really?
It was the
End
year
of
that
the 2019.
That's when it really happened. Whatever happened out of the
Correct.
lab or
In China.
whatever.
Yes.
And then it came. 2020 is when it kind of started
Yes.
blowing up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh.
Wow. So 2 months, kind of home arrest type thing. Everyone was at home. No one's out there. Everyone's.
Wearing pajama all day.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't sound that bad. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But so were you able to still work, or it was just kind of like everyone was taking
Of
time
course,
off?
you have to work. And at that time, I was a teacher.
Really?
Yes, I just taught all my students online.
Gotcha.
We do
So you guys do
online
the same
work.
thing. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So how long have you been with Absen?
Almost 3 years. I love work with Absen.
Yeah.
Yes.
And do you so you have to travel to the other city to work with them, or you said it's not in Wuhan, obviously it's in another city, but
Yes, I stay in Shenzhen. Actually.
you stay there. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And Shenzhen is really close to Hong Kong.
Okay.
So if you go visit the factory, you fly into Hong Kong.
Gotcha.
Essentially,
Yes.
hop across the river or the water, and then you're in Shenzhen.
Awesome.
Gotcha.
Right. Well, for those of you who don't know, Absen is one of the biggest LED wall panel manufacturers in the world.
Yes.
I think all LED walls are built in China, essentially.
Exactly.
I don't know of anywhere
Yes.
else. Right. It's like that's an industry that China essentially invented and built up, and you have all the manufacturing for it, and no one else does it. And Absen just happens to be one of the biggest companies.
Yes, Absen is the leading company in LED industry actually.
Wow.
Well, okay.
Well, we love it. We use y'all's products all the time.
Yeah.
Y'all have been great to work with. Easy to get information from. Help us out with issues, quotes, all that stuff. I don't know how many walls we've done with them.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
I can tell you a lot.
Done a lot
Yes,
of
that's
Absen
why
panels.
you are my favorite client.
There you go. See?
Hey.
There you go.
Well, we love it. We love that you guys are responsive to emails quickly, that sort of thing. That helps what we do. We work in the church world,
Yes.
work with churches mostly, and their schedules are always crazy. As you know, we've had some projects where we email, we're like, can you get us this in a month? Or what do you have in stock? So our scheduling is always a bit crazy. Sometimes we can forecast out and we have some time to do it. But we do run into a lot of projects that happen super, super fast. And you guys have always been really helpful with it and responsive and answer questions quickly, get us information quickly, get us quotes quickly, which is really important so we can share those numbers. Churches like to wait on things, and then when they're ready, it's like, right now, we need it
Yes,
for
right now.
next month, or whatever.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so we deal with that a
Exactly.
lot, and you guys have been helpful in making that possible for us, I would guess, in this world. Because it's not like we're buying a couple microphones here. Like LED wall, these things come in big crates. They're shipping from China. Like, it's a kind of an ordeal to make the whole thing happen anyway, the logistics of it all. And I can say that as well. You guys have been super helpful and make that really easy. We don't just buy Absen LED panels. We buy mostly Absen LED panels, but we have worked with other companies before, and that process has not been as easy. For those of you that are shopping around and looking at little cheap, really, really, really cheap examples of LED walls to get them fast and cheap or whatever, be careful on hoping to get those through customs, get them into the United States, getting them from the barge, from the ships, shipping to you. Sometimes it's all on you to figure all that out. Absen helps us with the logistical part of getting these massive orders from China all the way across the ocean and then delivered where we need them. We're not going to the ports trying to figure this stuff out. You guys handle all that for us, which is really good.
Right.
Yeah. Even just like last week, they're, kind of related to what you're saying. We even had a customer reach out who had bought something else.
Right.
$70,000 investment on something else.
Right.
And got it all set up, and it just didn't work for what he needed to work for.
Right.
Well, what was the issue?
He wanted to use it on camera, and the LED was just not ready to go on camera.
Yeah.
Really?
Period.
Like refresh rate stuff? or-
Refresh rate, scan lines.
Scary,
Yeah.
like
When
that, yeah.
when they were panning across, it would just all these ripples of
Right.
moire lines, and it just wasn't good.
Yeah.
So
Right.
had to kind of start from scratch essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've seen it happen. You can kind of gamble and see what happens. We've seen it go well and they save a little money and it happens, but we've seen the other side of it too. And when it goes wrong is when you typically have issues. You can't get in touch with whoever you bought it from, and you can't get service on any of it, and it can become a real issue. Another big thing we like about you guys is that you have a location in Orlando.
Yes.
Which is like a huge win for us because it's basically local we're not in Orlando, a couple hours away, but to have that presence in the United States, service here and be able to talk to people here
Yes,
is
and also we have warehouse, we have demo, we have showroom.
right.
So that's
That's right.
very helpful.
Yep.
A place for training.
Yep.
We've sent our guys up to get training at the location. So
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, we brought clients by too. They've had training. So that's a huge thing. That's it's a big investment buying these walls.
yeah.
It's hundreds of thousands of dollars sometimes, and
Yep.
you're living with them for 10, 15, 20 years. And
Right.
you got to be able to know how to take care of them.
Yeah.
And a lot of people want to we get like emails all the time like, hey, we want to redo our whole stage now. So it's like they want to take all those panels and then like move them around and do a completely different, design. And, we have to go back and make sure that we remembered how it was all wired up.
Right.
And, y'all have been helpful with that too. So, yeah. So Brian, you're new to Absen,
I am. Yep.
but you've been around the industry. You've been here,
Yeah, I've been doing the audiovisual thing for about 25 years now.
right?
So I'm not new to the industry, but new to Absen, only about 2 months. So
Wow.
yeah, but it's been great.
Well, now you're on the internet, and everyone knows that. So
There you go.
So what is your primary role? What are you doing here?
Yeah, so we have a sales team in Florida, and I help support that sales team. What I like to say is my job is if the sales team that you're working with are essentially our independent rep firm.
Yep.
If there's any friction anywhere along the line, reach out. My
Gotcha.
job is to eliminate friction.
Okay.
So hopefully that's one of the primary things I want to do. But then the other thing that I'm trying to do is trying to reach out to end user customers and build relationships there, because obviously when you're in sales, if a customer comes to Crown and says, we already know we want to use Absen,
Yeah.
that's a win for me, right?
Right.
And hopefully a win for you as well.
Right.
We can get through all of that. Like you mentioned, well, what's the difference between yours and somebody else's? We can kind of
Right.
do all that, but key that up, have it ready for you guys when it's time to do the business.
right, awesome. Well, I know you have a little bit of a presentation. Do you want to? This is kind of like a little bit of a Absen
Introduction.
propaganda.
It
type
is,
thing?
yeah, a little bit. So I'll go ahead and hit play on this thing
do
here.
it.
It is about 3 minutes long, but it essentially kind of lays out who Absen is and kind of why we're the global leader.
That's your warehouse?
That's
Absen.
our
Or
factory.
manufacturing, I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Founded in 2001,
This is our showroom.
is a global leader in LED display technology and solutions. With 18 subsidiaries worldwide, our products are exported to more than 140 countries and regions. 12 consecutive years, #1 by export value. To date, we have more than 60,000 successful projects and installations. We at Absen adhere to the core values of honesty, gratitude, and responsibility. We're committed to honesty, practicality, and genuine passion. We follow the 3 no principles: no lies, no fraud, no bribery, ensuring the utmost value for our customers.
I'd love to see one of those manufacturing plants.
Absen's 5 major
see it.
product lines cover DOOH, rental and staging, Pro AV,
That's cool.
Absent Icon, Creative Display. Guided by vision and mission, Absen builds core competitiveness driven by truth and speed. Absen has created 18 major information systems and 16 processes, advancing towards digitalization, mobility, and intelligence. Absen has implemented truth and speed in all our business activities, with Digital Absen leading efficient corporate operations and industry-leading net operating cycles. By June 2025, Absen's brand value had surpassed $0.32 billion. Absen incorporates green development into our strategy, initiating the Absen Green Initiative. We value environmental protection in materials, design, energy saving, and manufacturing, advocating for a full life cycle carbon footprint verification of our products. Absen upholds the principle of win-win cooperation, releasing the 8 LED display standards for the industry's sustainable development, upholding our mission of making the world shine more. We contribute to the continuous and healthy development of the social economy. We foster a spirit of honesty, striving to be a beacon of commercial civilization, focused on a mutual benefit. Absen, making the world shine more.
Hey,
You won me over with the little bee child. Awesome. So what, I mean, in your own words, I mean, there are a lot of LED companies out there.
Yeah.
We see them, we deal with them. We learn about new ones all the time. Like going to some place. Yeah, we bought from Buddy out of the back of his truck, and it's some weird whatever. What would you say put Absen panels apart?
I know I've been with the company for 2 months. I think today is actually my 2-month anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yes, but in those 2 months, there have been 5 product announcements from our research and development team.
Wow.
Those aren't on the street yet, but internally, we're talking about 5 things that, just when I started, we couldn't sell and we couldn't talk about. That's a big deal. Being able to be on the front edge of everything, knowing the company that I work for is spending the millions of dollars it takes to develop new products. And a lot of that research and development is stuff that we don't see,
Right.
So many of our customers, when I go to a school or something, they care a lot about the performance and the support and all of that, but they don't care about the energy savings. However, and I'm sure a lot of your customers, if we were to say, here's wall A, here's wall B, all things being the same, this one takes 30% less electricity to run. Which
Right.
one do you want to choose?
Right.
That's a big thing. I mean, we do the designs, so we're calling out for all these electrical circuits for LED walls for either future or they're going to do it in phase 1. And it's a lot of money. We're adding panels and panels of electrical.
It's not just the cost of the electricity that you're buying to run it. It's the infrastructure of putting all that stuff in, the conduit,
get
the
it there the
electricians
first-
to get it there, the extra panels, the breakers, all this stuff. It's a big extra
then-
cost.
Yeah.
If that, by the way, in house of worship, it's maybe not so prevalent as it is in some places. It's maybe running them 24/7.
Right.
But the cost of electricity during use
Yep.
is, you've got to accommodate for that many more BTUs of heat load
Right.
in the room as
It
well.
affects your AC. It affects
Exactly.
everything. Yeah.
So you might have to upsize your AC. Well, if we can run all of that at a cooler temperature,
Right.
using less electricity, all of that has a net effect that over the 10 to 15 year life of this product,
Right.
and that's Absen, and we haven't even started talking about the way it outputs light or any of the other things, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, are there any differences in that? Like just the physical, that you'd say our panels look like this because blah, 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 our technology or the R&D figured this out? Like what's the coolest part about Absen?
So from a visual standpoint, there is a very unique piece to being at the actual manufacturer. And that is when you have a project that's large and you have the time to spend to make it, to order it directly for your needs,
Right.
then it can all be manufactured from the same batch.
Right.
Right.
Meaning all the colors withstand, and look great. They all get color balanced at the factory together.
Right.
All of that means a much more cohesive and brilliant and color match. All of those things just work out better.
Yeah.
Right.
Versus if you're buying it from somebody who bought it from another factory,
Right.
who knows how many
knows?
different batches of panels you're getting.
Right. I know you've been with Absen for a while now, so I'm sure you've done shootouts. I'm sure you've, said, oh yeah, we're here, put this panel against this panel and yada, yada, yada. What makes Absen so cool?
So from my point, actually, the technology is our advantage. So we put a lot investment on innovation. So we have a very strong R&D team. Yeah. So we, as you can see from the video, we're not just try to assemble product.
Right.
We have our own technology, like micro LED, all-in-one display, and also like 3D technology. So we own our own technologies that make us very different compared to other suppliers.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, but LEDs, there's a certain amount of truth to, this is a diode that outputs light.
Right.
Right. And that other manufacturer, it's a diode that outputs light.
Right.
So there, at its core, a lot of that is the same. But it's interesting that we'll get into discussions but we use this specific diode for this specific product.
Right.
And customers don't need to think about it. They just know, oh, hey, it's been running forever.
Right.
Right. So, of your product lines, we talked a little bit about people that use cameras. So,
Yeah.
in the church world, everyone, has an online campus essentially.
Yes.
So they're using cameras, and we sell these LED walls almost like a stage design. Back in the day, we used to put things behind stage to make it look cool. We'd put there's like the pallet craze for a while. Everyone's putting pallets and lighting them up, we used to do them all the time at our church. Bubble wrap,
Physical stage. I mean,
physical stage designs.
build these big designs and put light on them.
That was the thing to do. Every new series, you had some cool thing in the background.
You had to build them.
And it was a headache. I mean, we know it. It was a headache, and there's only so many things you can buy from Home Depot that like look cool with light on it.
Yeah.
So honestly, having a big LED wall behind your lead presenter or behind your band or behind whatever, that's your new stage design. That's your new. It's now your graphic designer is your stage designer essentially. They can make it look like you're in a living room. They can make it look like you're in front of a fireplace with a Christmas tree for a Christmas service or whatever. But to do that, now you have a camera and you are capturing the person, and then now you're capturing the background. There are a bunch of issues with that. One of which is the moire effect, like you said, the actual pixels being pixelated, and then there's also the scanning issues. Y'all have some products and some technology that really helps out with that. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. So when it comes to looking good on camera, there's the camera and the wall. And you can spend more on a camera and maybe sacrifice a little bit on what the wall is doing, because the camera can compensate for some of the problems that are generated by the wall. Or you can invest in technology in the wall that looks better on more run-of-the-mill cameras, right? Ideally, you do both.
Right.
Right? The key thing is refresh rate. How many times per second is that wall being drawn? Because the more times you draw that wall, the less chance you're going to get. You're going to see that transition between one image and the next, right?
The difference between the refresh rate of the camera versus the refresh rate of the LED
Exactly.
wall. Yeah.
And there's several, but there's really two. One refresh rate, 3,800 hertz. It's more than that, but let's just say close to 4,000.
Right.
And then another refresh rate that's closer to 8,000. It's 70, whatever. But the whole point is bigger is better.
Right.
Okay. And then the other piece is, if you think about the image capture on the camera, that is going to have its own refresh rate, right?
Yep.
Well, the other piece you want to know is how much of the wall gets drawn at one time.
Right.
And that's our scan rate. We want as much of that wall to go up in one swap as possible.
Right.
And so it's a fraction. So it's a little bit misleading, but you want the largest number again that you can have. Well, 1/8 is a lot bigger than 1/32.
Right.
When it comes to a fraction,
Right. You want a larger fraction.
You
not
want
a larger number.
a larger net number,
Right,
right?
right.
But the bottom number is going to be smaller that way, right?
Right.
And so those things are kind of the two key elements, along with a lot of folks want a new LED technology. Well, sometimes that introduces a very flat, smooth surface that then when stage lights bounce off of it, you see the reflection of the stage light. So we also have to look at how is the matte surface of the LED going to look. And then there's probably about 6 other hardware things that we could talk about that will make an LED look good on camera. And then we move over to the camera, and the number one thing on the camera is to have what's called global shutter. And it's just a technology that helps reduce the visible appearance of that LED redrawing itself over and over and over again.
Gotcha.
But those are critical.
Right.
And if you're going to have an LED on camera, reach out,
Yeah,
let's talk through it.
Yes, and also we have like different level for the rental staging product. If customer has like different requirements, like they gonna put a camera in front of the display, from my point, actually, different customer they have different requirements.
Right.
So we have like entry level, we have like a higher level. So we have different products for different customers, and also the budget.
Right.
It's a point.
Yeah.
There's the other piece of that. Let's say you've purchased everything and you realize you have some problems.
Yeah.
So then there's some physical things you can do if you have the ability to manipulate the location of your talent and the location of your camera.
Right.
Right.
That can kind of offset some problems as well.
Yeah, finding that a lower depth of field and a focal point, so
Yep.
that now you're focused on a person, and behind is a little bit more out of focus. Now you're not getting the moire effect. You're not getting that pixel to pixel recording.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that makes such a huge difference.
Right. Right. Another thing that we've dealt with LED walls that are used in IMEGs situations. So if you don't know what IMEG means online, look it up. It just means you have a person on stage, and then you have video of them on stage too. And presenter goes like this, and you see a latency to the other screens of them going like this. And if you're in the room and you're looking at a person and an LED wall, especially if they're lined up, you're seeing this big difference in time. They clap, and then you see the hand clap after. It's really annoying, and it can be distracting in the room. We've deployed a couple systems with y'all using fiber distros, and we got that latency down to, I can't remember what, but it was
really, really good.
super fast processing from camera through to switcher and to the wall. What was it?
I think it
MX.
was like, it was the MX. Yeah, it was the MX, and it had just come out.
Yeah. So for most broadcasting, we will recommend MX. It's really good.
Yeah, so MX,
Reduce the latency. Yes,
That's the
MX series,
processor,
Nova
yeah.
processor.
Novastar MX
Yes.
series. Yep.
And you can
Yeah.
put cards in there for all kinds of different
Correct.
I/O. You can pick whatever you want.
Yes, and we have perfect product to,
Yeah.
match this video processor.
Well, this was a large room, which makes the latency even more noticeable because everyone can kind of see the screens and the people on stage. And we were switching this church's complete video system basically out and putting something new in, and they were dealing with a latency issue already. So that was one big thing that we were working on with them to do it. And yeah, it worked great. We talked with Absen a lot through the process. We've picked the right panel with the right receiving card, and then we went processor. And then every time we were doing it, we were trying to cut, how can we lose another frame? How can we cut another frame? How can we save another frame here? And it was drastic difference, man. It worked really, really well. We did use the fiber connections too for the, to the panels, which is really nice. I think saved a lot of cat cable.
Yeah.
For sure, because it was a big place. So it would have been long runs. But yeah, we were super impressed with that. It was just a few frames. I mean, it was like,
It can make so the magic number is about 1/10 of a second. If we can see it within 1/10 of a second of seeing it real, our brain can kind of process it out.
right.
And seems like a short period of time, but in electronics, there's actually a lot can happen
Right.
Yeah.
in 1/10 of a second.
Yeah.
It's the latency at the switcher. It's frame syncs.
We were
It's
doing,
the distribution, and then it's also the receiving cards on the LED
And the
panel.
camera,
and the camera,
all of
and the
that can
camera,
just
yeah.
add up.
Yeah.
So we keep talking about receiving cards. Can someone explain what we mean by that? I know a little bit. I mean, you know more than me. But
So LEDs are kind of cool in that, unlike a display that we might have on the wall somewhere, it's modular. All the parts can be changed out, kind of like a car. You don't buy a car as one whole. You buy it as a whole part, but in essence, if something breaks, it's an individual part that can be replaced, right?
yeah,
There are essentially just a few parts to an LED, and one of those is the receiver card. And the cool part about a receiver card is frequently you can swap out that, and it receives the data. We call it a receiver card because it's receiving the bits
Right.
from the processor and then displaying those as pixels on the screen. But we can swap out one that has more capability, or we can save a little bit of money for one that has a little less capability.
Right.
With Novastar, there's really 3 that are very common. One that has a part number with a 5, one has a part number with an 8, one that has a part number with a 10.
The 10, yeah.
Bigger number, more power.
Right.
And with that power comes faster processing, higher pixel count. What does it come with?
It can be more capabilities in that respect, but a lot of times, like to get down to that lowest latency, we need to have everything in sync with everything else, right? And so one of those high-end receiving cards has the ability to acknowledge and sync with everything else that's in the chain.
Right.
It has the ability for us to make more depth, more gray level adjustments. It has the ability for us to make more color adjustments. It has the ability for us to, it's just more horsepower, kind of like, if you buy an i3 laptop or you buy an i7 laptop,
Right.
There's a reason for that. Sometimes you just need more horsepower.
Right.
Right.
And those receiving cards with A5 or whatever, those are Novastar receiving cards.
Correct.
Yes.
And there's different brands.
There's
Yes.
different brands like Brompton. Y'all do those receiving cards as well, right?
We do.
And there's a quality difference there with those products.
Yeah, and again, if it's going to be on camera, that's one thing we want to kind of look at up front,
Right,
So
yeah.
that we can say, well, maybe we won't use Novastar for this. Maybe we use Brompton because you need all of these features, and Brompton just happens to check all those boxes.
Right. Well, the MX processors, they have Genlock, which is helpful too in a large broadcast situation. We've never had any issues. I mean, maybe a little bit of
very good.
yeah. We've maybe gone to a camera and had to change a shutter speed or something like that just to get us all in the same world. But outside of that, I don't. Can you think of anything?
No, I mean, early on when we didn't know what we were doing, and I mean, over a decade ago, that's not a plug there. Not many people were even doing LED. Well, in the church world, it was too expensive back then. Like it was almost unattainable. You had to have massive budgets to do it, and then like your pixel count was really high, and it was whatever. But we did some back then, and we were just trying to figure it out. Over the past, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years, it's pretty simple, man. We haven't run into any major issues, I don't think.
No.
At all, even in some pretty large projects that we've done.
I think the first LED wall install we did was a 9mm. 9mm pixel
Indoor.
pitch. Indoor. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was ribbons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. But so y'all have so many different products too. Products that kind of fit whatever situation. You're dealing with us, we're church guys, so we're doing that stuff a lot. But you got products for volumes for production, video production. You've got outdoor products. You've got, and then even in our world, you have products for wall surface installation.
Yep.
So like right on a wall, hanging, ground
stacking.
ground stacked. Yep.
You guys have a really nice ground stack
Wow.
hardware. Yeah, we've done ground stacking on our own with like trying to just figure it out with Unistrut and everything, and it's fine. But we've used the actual Absen ground stacking systems in a few projects, and they're really nice.
Very high quality, right?
Yeah, nice quality, goes together really easy. Like it works really well.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that for sure.
Let's jump in some products. What kind of we kind of know some of the product line, but anything cool, new, anything we should cover?
Well, kinda.
Yeah.
We had an open house last Thursday, and we showed 3 products that are new. And one of them, I don't think we have it on the website yet. Some of these are just not there yet.
Yeah.
But as you walk around, you'll see hundreds, if not thousands, if you walk enough, right, of these 2x2 video walls. You know, the ones with the seams in the middle.
Right.
And so Absen has just now released a product that's going to replace those 4 displays with 4 direct view panels that are the exact same size. But guess what? No seam in the middle. You install them just like you would a video wall, but they go together and no seam. We're calling that M54, the 54, because 54-inch diagonal is typically what those video wall displays are.
Yep.
And guess what? Most of those video walls are 5, 6, 7 years old. You're starting to see all the little dots coming through, they just don't look good anymore.
Right.
And so this is a great opportunity to go in and swap out some of those maybe in a in an entryway or something
Right.
like that.
Do they have a little border, or is it no
It's,
border?
it's totally seamless.
So they're seamless when they go together.
Yep. They're just like a regular direct view that, would be seamless all the way across. Just specifically designed for, hey, you probably have a cubby or you probably have something, a mount that you've paid a whole lot of money for that video
Right.
wall, and
Right.
just reuse it.
Interesting.
So
that's
that's
pretty
one
cool.
of them.
What's y'all's most, or what product do you guys sell the most?
I would say
It's supposed to be KLCOB for the indoor.
Indoor?
KLCOB, yes.
The
This is a
KLCOB, yeah.
micro LED.
Yeah.
And also all in one. So it's a kind of like we call it icon. And especially for the education corporate. So this is very popular because it's just like a television. It's very
Right.
simple to use.
yeah.
What pixel pitches?
We have different like 1.2, 1.5, 1.8. And for the KLCOB micro LED, we're working on the very fine pixel pitch, maybe under 0.7. Now we already have 0.7.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And those, we're talking like 108-inch displays or
Right.
136-inch displays. But because we call them all in one, you just kind of buy a single SKU and you have this big 108 or 136-inch display. But one critical, really nice part about putting direct view up is if it has to go into an elevator. Have you ever tried to put one of those big 100+ inch displays in an elevator?
No.
No.
And I won't.
No, or then you have to haul them up the stairs or something. The
Right.
cool part about these is they come in like slabs. So it's a vertical slab. You throw the mount up on the wall, you hang these slabs up there and screw them together, and you've got a big display
Right.
that one single person can maintain over the life of the display.
Right. Yeah, it's my dream. Samsung had the wall. Is that what it's called?
The wall.
The
Yeah.
wall, right? And
It's
it's
all in one.
all-in-one home theater type thing, just a wall. I mean, that's my
Yes.
dream. My dream
You
is to
can
have.
have it. You can have it in your own bedroom.
That's what I want.
Home theater.
If I want a picture on the wall, I'll just do a video with a picture in the wall.
Now we have all-in-one on promotion. Very very cost effective. You can get
I can do it?
for a bedroom. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'll have it, and I'll change the I'll do like a wallpaper thing, and then I'll make a
Yeah.
TV on the TV.
Right.
I mean,
right.
inception of TVs.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the dream. We'll make it happen.
And if you don't like the wallpaper today, just change it.
Change it.
There you go.
Right, just like all the churches.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I think we've done the most PL, right?
We've done a lot-
Yes, PL.
We've done a lot of
Your
PL
main
stuff.
product,
Yeah,
like
so-
a
yeah.
PL plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about that product. I know I've used it, but it's your touring based, or
Yes.
install touring, or what is it?
Yes, it's kind of like for the rental staging.
Yeah.
And the product we sell a lot to your guys. It's with A8S receiving card.
Yep.
So actually we have better version. So now if you have like a very strict requirements of the camera performance, absolutely we will recommend like a A10S receiving card at least to match the MX processor.
Right.
Yeah. So that product we have like a small and a big panel, 500 by 500 and also 500 by 1000.
Right.
So
Excellent.
that's kind of cost-effective option.
Right. We have that. You have that on the website.
And they're those are the type of panels you can, since it's made more for rental and staging and stuff, you can take them down and rehang them. And
Yes.
so churches
So
like
the
to
design is very
they like to change their design sometimes. Once a year or once every other year or something. These are a good match for doing that. You're not gonna break them or anything. They're made to come up and down multiple times,
they do.
which makes it a good fit for what we do a lot.
Yeah. So
Yep.
here it is. The
Those are
PL. I'm not sure how many of these panels we've hung.
We found a lot of those.
like at least 500 maybe.
Yeah.
You think 500?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they've been great.
Yeah, you can kind of make a little bit out here. I don't know if the resolution is going to be good enough, but these little levers here that make it real easy to kind of
Yeah.
get them together quick, and
Yep.
Right.
and then you can reinforce them if you want to. You can hang them. You can stack them. You can assemble them to the wall, but they're not. That's not their primary.
You want to talk about that for a minute? Because that gets brought up sometime. That scroll back up a little bit. The black. Keep scrolling. I forget what you guys call it. The ultra black. The ultra black technology.
Yeah. So part of what you how do I want to phrase this? So contrast. Our eyes actually respond more to contrast than they do brightness.
Right.
And contrast is when something's bright and something right next to it's really dark. Our eyes are much more attuned to that, right? And so if we can make the background of the image much more black,
Right.
absorb way more of that light, then it increases the contrast, which increases the visual acuity. And so what we've done with these is we've created a special way of coating the front of them so that you get that really rich black.
Gotcha.
So it really helps it stand out.
Y'all need to use the nano technology, the blackest black paint. Have you seen that? It has no reflection almost, so it looks like it's nothingness. It's like looking into like a black hole.
It is very weird to
You gotta
look
try and
at.
use that stuff on.
Oh, I wonder what that would take.
It'd
I know
probably be
they
very
license
expensive.
that,
Probably a lot
like-
of money. Is probably what it'd be.
I mean that color is licensed. It's
Yeah.
not cheap.
I know.
So
It's like
crazy.
some crazy new technology, but
that's a good idea. We should bring that
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
yeah. So there you had a picture below here,
Yeah, scroll down a little bit.
so it kind of showed.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just the idea that we can really increase that contrast.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Which the reason I hesitated a minute is because one of the other new products we showed, and not to get off topic with PL here, but is a product that's just architectural in nature. So it looks like a wall covering, looks like wood grain or stone or something like that.
Okay, we heard about this.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah.
And you apply an image to it, and all of a sudden out pops a bird or something.
Right.
It's just it's whatever.
Right.
But the problem with that is because it doesn't have this deep black background, you lose a lot of contrast.
That
So
makes
it's
sense, yeah.
really not meant for like text or someplace where you need that contrast.
Right.
Yeah, we talked about it being a great solution for like a lobby where you have a back wall, or my room, or whatever, or office. I'll take it.
Backsplash, yeah.
Backsplash, you make it look like a wood paneling or something, but then now you have this illuminated graphic behind it, or you can do signage or whatever. It's not necessarily to watch TV on, but it is to have a, it disappears if you want it to
Exactly.
disappear. That's the win.
It just looks like some special wall feature, but then all of a sudden your logo pops out of
Right.
it.
Right.
Can we use that stuff on some of the panels that you can walk on the floor?
No, not now.
No, not yet.
We have
Y'all got to write that down, make that
we
happen.
have a product called MR. We have 2.5. That is for the floor.
Yep. It'd be
You can
awesome
step
to
on
get.
it. You can step on it.
It'd be awesome to get that technology with like, hey, I want a wood flooring.
Yeah.
And then now it's got like little arrows showing me where
Yes,
to go and
because
stuff.
sometimes XR studio customer, they find us, they want to do very like totally immersive
Right.
environment to do the production.
Yep.
So we will provide like the whole for the rental staging product, and also for the floor we have MR series.
Nice.
Yes, it's totally immersive.
Sweet. What are some other panels we've done? So we've done some
PL 2.5 plus V2.
Yep.
And also PL 1.9 Pro V10. And also
when did we do a
NX
one- when did-
2.5.
we did a 1.9. Is that what you're saying?
But mostly it's for 2.5.
Right.
Yeah.
And
most
2.9.
2.9. Yep.
Yes, and also 3.9.
Yeah.
3.9 was a couple years ago, and then now
okay.
2.9 is the new 3.9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're rocking and rolling at
Everyone
2.9,
gets 2.9
and
now, not
2.5,
3.9.
2.6.
Yeah, and I like to tell folks, when you're looking at this, you pay by the pixel.
Yeah.
So smaller pixels, you put more of them in a space, which
Right.
increases the cost. But
Right.
if you think about paying by the pixel, it kind of helps get a rough idea. The one thing that I've been in AV for 25 years, and the one thing that I always avoided was anything outdoor. But House of Worship is a great place to do an outdoor sign. And so there are some solutions that are available that can be integrated relatively easy. Even some outdoor products that can have up to a 10-year warranty, which is kind of unheard of for an outdoor product, especially here in Florida.
You want it in Florida? You want to try one in Florida?
Well, I just yesterday
We got lucky this year. No hurricanes, but
yeah.
last year we'll see.
But just yesterday, I was crawling up behind an outdoor display on a cruise ship.
Really?
That was an Absen wall on a cruise ship. So I think it was this AW series here.
Yes, AW
So,
and also A21. This is the update version of A21. Now we have the new version is A25 and a 4 different pixel pitch options. AW is more for the 5 pixel pitch for the outdoor display.
Okay.
Yeah. One, interesting piece is when we were on that same cruise ship, one of the displays was by one of our competitors.
Yes.
And we walked behind that thing, and all you could hear was fans.
Do you want to throw them under the bus right now?
No.
Okay,
I'm not
never mind.
throwing
Moving
under the
on.
bus, but it wasn't our product.
Yeah.
And so the people having us on the cruise line was asking, we got to get rid of this. We got to do stuff that doesn't have fans. And so this all aluminum design here really dissipates heat well enough that you can now have an outdoor display without a big fan.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
that's
still
cool.
super bright. I think these can get up to 10,000 nits.
Yes, 10,000.
Wow.
So
We've done some NX
NX, yeah.
We did some NX.
2.5.
2.5,
Done those.
and that's a wall installed one, right?
I think you can do both. Can you fly it and put it on a wall?
The NX.
Yes, both.
Yeah.
Both.
Well, I think
For-
we've done it both ways too.
Yeah, correct.
Yep.
And-
So there's some versatility there in that panel. So a panel that you can install on the wall if you have
Yeah.
that solution, and you move it out and you can hang it as well. We've
So
had
that's
some,
why, that's also the reason we saw a lot next to House of Worship.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah, we have scenarios where we have one location where we would hang it,
Yeah.
but we want the exact same panel for sidewalls where it's going to be right on the wall.
Right.
And having the same panel in both locations is super important.
some unique layouts with this. By default, the panel is a 16:9 format.
Right. Which
Super
we like
Mm-hmm.
for churches.
Yeah, you can
Everyone
create
wants
an actual
16:9.
16:9.
Yeah, all their graphics are 16:9 typically.
But then there's these other places where you just kind of want to fill the whole space.
Right.
And so then we have these little tiny
That's right.
cubes that, that can go right next door to these and,
Oh,
Yep.
the
and kind of
cubes.
extend it.
So small little squares that you add
small
onto
little
it.
squares that you can
You can
mount
do
right
curved
next.
wall.
Oh, okay.
Do curved walls, or just get an extra 250 millimeters worth of
Right.
space.
That's
that you can fill.
For
So-
small panels, you call one big panels. Or we also call it 4-in-1.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Oh, yeah, they're curved.
I want to do some cubes.
Yeah. I mean,
We've done some cool designs for like kids' rooms and stuff, but
Uh-huh.
we can't ever get it to. We can't ever push it all the way through.
Yeah.
We've come close.
Yeah.
so, and as we talked about earlier, multiple ways of hanging these. These are very user friendly. And these are going to be a little more camera friendly. These are going to have that better black backdrop, so when they get hit by a stage light, you don't see quite so much of that reflected back into the camera. So
Yes,
on.
and also I have to remind, this year, just a few months ago, we upgrade this product, but the price is the same. But the cheap everything materials is much better than before. So now we have like a better refresh rate. Now it's 7680.
Yeah.
Yes. You just,
Nice.
you just place the order. It's totally the new version, but
Nice.
with the same price.
There you go.
Yeah. So it's been a popular product. The other thing that we talked about, with the KLCOB, that's really going to be more your conference rooms and your meeting spaces, things where you're not usually going to be putting it on camera, but maybe like the kids area. That's great for KLCOB. It's a little more durable.
Right.
It has a stronger
Yes, and we
surface.
Right.
also did some projects with House of Worship. We used KLCOB.
Yeah, if it's a great product. It's fine pixel pitch.
Yes.
It's just not like that live kind of venue kind of product.
Right.
So we this is a very popular product for us. So, and this is the one where it does kind of make a difference in energy efficiency because of the way the product's built.
Gotcha.
And you guys, we looked at your factory earlier, but so you guys are manufacturing
Yes.
these. Absen's manufacturing their own panels. You use robotics to do some of it, and then you use actual. Do you have like assembly lines where there's people doing stuff to the products, or do you do everything with robotics or something like that when you're manufacturing the panels themselves?
So, you know, a standard LED wall is going to have over 1 million pixels. That's all going to be done robotically, right?
Right.
But then there's always got to be a little bit of a human element. They're not totally 100% automated.
Yeah.
A lot of the packaging, a lot of the final assembly, a lot of that will be quality control. A lot of that will happen by a human. You know, nothing leaves the factory without being tested, right? And so we actually burn these in for a period of time. We have these huge rooms with just curtains of direct view being color calibrated and burned in.
Yeah.
And that's all kind of a human process.
Right.
Yes, kind of like you do assemble, you do testing.
Yep.
Yeah, a part of that, like that.
But
Any other series that we used?
Probably, but I can't remember.
yeah,
So one of the big, issues right now that we're dealing with when buying these panels, all these panels are coming from China,
Yeah.
is the tariff war, and it's been a thing. It's been wild to try and it's been a headache for us.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's been a headache for you guys too.
Of course.
How have you guys been dealing with it? Are we just waiting until November 1st? Are we going to see what happens, or is it?
So actually it's not a big problem for us because we don't only sell have the inventory in China. We also cooperate with like different distributors here in the United States. So we have stock in China. We have stock in our own warehouse in the United States, and also we have enough inventory, especially for the very popular product series like what we've mentioned, like KLCOB, all-in-one Nikon, and some rental staging products. So we have inventory. Yeah.
The hope is if something happens on November 1st, that we have enough inventory already here that we can get through whatever bubble it takes
Right.
to
Till
accommodate
reconciles. You know.
Yes, and those products are still tariff-free.
Yeah,
Right.
and then we've also accommodated, some of the pricing to include tariffs in the pricing.
Right.
We say tariff-free. Essentially what that means is we're not going to add that to the cost of some of these products. We're just going to make sure that internally and through whatever mechanisms it takes, we're able to absorb a bunch of those.
Right.
But if you order some products to be custom made, then there's an unavoidable tariff
Yep.
Right.
that will come on that. Hopefully, as long as it doesn't change between the time that it leaves the port and comes to our port, then hopefully it's going to be very predictable.
Right.
Right. Because that's the big unknown is the tariff happens when it gets here.
Yep.
So it could leave China and be on the ocean, and some big tariff happens, and when it's here, now there's the tariff on it. That's the big unknown for us, which has been annoying. I'm sure annoying for everybody, and for our clients as well, because it's right now. It's like get them why if you have the budget. This is what we do now. If you have the budget and you have the money to do it, then we're buying stuff early. We're storing it. We got a wall from you guys today, by the way.
Yeah, cool.
It showed up
Nice.
today.
I think is that the one that y'all air freighted instead of? Yeah. So
Try to beat the November 1st.
you guys are trying to
Yep.
beat the November 1st tariff war, and you elected to just fly it to us instead of ship
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and that is very expensive, by
Yeah,
the
you
way.
did it for 2 walls, by the way.
Thank
So
you.
we have one today. I think there's another one coming in a couple of days or something.
Yes, another one is under production.
Yep.
We just delivered one shipment to you by air shipping,
Yep.
and we covered all the cost. Of course,
Yeah.
just try to avoid the tariff war.
I know.
Thank you. Thanks.
But just heard the 100% tariff might not be happening.
So yeah, this morning or just a couple hours ago, I saw something saying they were talking.
So
and
that's good for both of us.
Yeah,
Right.
we don't want 100% tariff.
Of course.
No one wants it.
No one wants.
We talk about it all the time because some people believe that, and we'll just say it again. Some people believe that the narrative is that China is paying the tariffs. Now I know for a fact that y'all aren't. Sometimes you absorb some, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, 100% tariff just means that Americans are paying 100% more for the product. So y'all can vouch for me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there we go. I'm not alone.
And I mean, we show people too. There's a line item usually, and it's not just from Absen. It's anything from other countries too. There's a tariff line item now on almost everything.
But if you look at the historic price of direct view LED over the last 10 years, it's just been, per pixel, that price has been falling
Exactly.
dramatically, right?
Right.
Yep.
And you get a little bump in technology and it gets a little more expensive, but then it keeps falling.
right.
And this is like the first, these last 6 months have been like the first real just steady, if not
Right.
increase,
Right.
that we've seen in 10 years.
Right.
Yeah.
So to say, for Absen to say, oh, that's tariff free, yes, we are absorbing that, but the reality is, that cost of production has continued to go down.
Right.
But we've been able to, instead of passing those discounts along, we've just kind of maintained a price
Yeah.
and kind of decided that this is where we should be.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It should be cheaper. We need less tariffs and more cheap LED walls. That's what I say. We need to put them everywhere. I want my bedroom with it. So we got to do it.
But we got to get there. Yeah.
Well,
The first thing, change your bedroom's TV to LED wall.
I mean, y'all been putting projectors out of business for a couple of years now.
we rarely do a projector. I mean, we don't do projectors, basically.
We don't do
They
projectors.
Just a few years ago, for sure, they were around because the price still wasn't there.
Yeah.
Now, the price is there. There's a product, basically, that you can get to beat that out and have a much better product in the end, for sure.
Even a 3.9, depending on the size of the wall and the room and everything, even a 3.9, I would take a 3.9 pixel pitch over a projector
Right, at this point.
at this point. Yeah. We used to do edge blending and,
Double stacks and all this stuff with projectors, man.
yeah,
They've got nuts.
it was all projectors, everything. And then as soon as the LED wall started to become more affordable, it's like, well, this is just the way to do it. You have way brighter, cooler looking product, and the lamps don't go bad and all that stuff too.
It's the standard in churches these days. I mean, you got to have an LED wall. That's what it is. It's such a cool tool. It's a great tool for the service and everything. It really is. It's probably the most used thing they have. Every single thing goes on there. So
Right. Yeah, and that's why there's so many of these other little LED wall companies around. Every pastor has like an LED guy now.
yeah, I got a friend who can get me panels, and we're like, oh, all right. I mean,
Yeah.
good luck, I guess, if you want to go that route.
Yeah, what would you say to a client out there that does have an LED dude that like somehow has some panels? What are some of the concerns? What are some of the the red flags, the scary situations that could happen if they don't go with Absen, they go with some random person?
Well, just the number one question, if it breaks, where are you sending it to get fixed?
Yep.
What is the address? What is the phone number, email? What is the contact information you're going to use to get an RMA to ship it off to get repaired?
Right.
I mean, that's going to say a lot
Yeah.
about the quality of the product you're buying.
Yep.
Yep.
Agreed.
Which is why we use you guys a lot.
Well, and I said if it breaks.
Yeah.
The reality is every quote we give includes 3% spares.
Right.
And that's because we know from all the years we've been selling DirectView that over the first 4 months, 3% of all DirectView is going to fail.
Right. You're going to switch out modules. It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
It's just
So-
part of the process.
Yeah. And so 3% are kind of included, right?
Right.
But if you get past month number 1 with something that's kind of a no-name product, you're going to have more failures, right?
Right.
Yeah. So kind of keep that in mind.
So you will 100% be sending your panels somewhere to be serviced. Where is it? Is it in America or is it in China or is it, who knows, some guy's basement?
Yeah.
Or maybe it doesn't exist at all. I mean, you're going to need them repaired, but that-
Right.
yeah.
And
It's
you
tough.
may not need it repaired right away, right when the install happens. You might need it a year or two from now.
Yeah. And there are products that we sell. Now, not all the products are possible to do this with, but there's products that we can sell with what we call a lifetime warranty.
Yeah.
They're just going to be so good, so robust, and we have the ability to fix them in Orlando, they're just so prevalent now.
Yep.
That and what a lifetime warranty means is at some point in time Absen's going to discontinue that product, and so from that point forward you get 5 extra years. Anything needs to be covered under warranty, you've got 5 years. We're going to commit to servicing that product for 5 years after it's been discontinued.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah. Now again, not every product can qualify for that, but
Right.
we can usually get you 5 years if you need it.
Right. Cool. What y'all working on any cool projects? Y'all got any cool setups
Yes, we
or
did a lot of projects with, for example, cruise ship, and also different theme parks here in Orlando or in California.
really?
Yeah.
Y'all do a lot of Disney?
We don't want to say exact names.
Oh, you're not allowed to say?
I think I know
But-
who.
Let me ask you this:
There's a new park in Orlando.
is the mascot a mouse? No.
I mean, hey. But I can tell you, if you go to a theme park in Orlando, you're going to see Absen.
Yeah.
Pretty much, period. You're going to see Absen.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So those are always really kind of fun to talk about.
And the
do.
World Cup,
World Cup?
3 years ago.
Okay.
That's like 90% products from Absen.
Oh, really?
Nice.
And also the Olympic in France.
And cruise ships are slowly converting their outdoor product from what they had to Absen, because no fans and
Right.
more reliable.
Right.
And then cruise ships do some amazing Broadway style shows.
Right. They
If
have
you're-
theaters and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're
there.
seeing a direct view backdrop and probably a direct view proscenium and probably direct view flanking both of those, and
Yeah.
that's now probably more often than not going to be an Absen product. So, and by the way, that is a real testament to the quality, because cruise ships, they shake, they rattle, they wave, and I mean, it's a
Yes.
really, really difficult environment.
Yeah. Salt water.
Yeah.
Not to
salt
mention the
water.
salt water, which
Yeah.
destroys everything.
Not big on cruises, but I think I'm missing out on the shows and the LED walls now that I think about it. Got to get out there.
Yeah. There's one that we were on. We've actually been on 2 cruise ships in the last 2
Yes.
days, looking and viewing things. And the one the other day was, it's just amazing. I mean, kind of hard to describe.
Yeah, it's amazing. The
Does it even?
design.
I've never even gone on a cruise before in my life.
Oh, wow.
My entire life, I've never been on one. So
You have to do.
I don't know. We just haven't. Just never done it. So
Well, any other products you want to talk about, or anything else we should cover?
I feel good with what the conversation was. I think when it comes right down to it, we also wanted to have kind of a sales meeting,
yeah.
and kind of talk about some of those things.
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, the main thing is you're selling direct view. You know how to sell direct view.
Yep.
You know how to position it to customers, so on and so forth. But if you need anything along those lines, that's kind of where we want to help.
Yeah.
Yes.
Y'all have been very, very helpful. So thanks for that. It's been great.
And also thank you. You guys, quick turnaround. Awesome. Always.
That's how we work.
Yeah, we've got some projects in the works. I know we've been getting quotes and stuff from you for some things happening. So,
Well, thank y'all for stopping by. Thanks for
Appreciate it.
joining the podcast.
Thanks for your time.
We're going to have all your guys' contact information. If y'all want to learn more about Absen, leave a comment. We'll get you any information you need. If you have a project yourself, you have a wall you're looking at, building out, we'd love to help you out. We'll get Brian and me on it, and they'll put together some panels, and we'll sell it to y'all. So yeah, we'll get you guys information. It'll be in the description of the episode. And once again, yeah, check us out, www.crowndesigngroup.org. If you have any projects you want to chat about, we're available. Ben?
Like and subscribe. We're really bad at the social media stuff. We're trying to get better. Make sure you like and subscribe. All of our social media, Instagram, Twitter, not Twitter, X, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. I'm getting them all. Like Garrett said, cool. Ask us some cool questions, comments on there. We can talk to you directly on there and answer those for you. That's all I got. See you next time.
Peace out.